I put on with LBC. I put on with LBC. Yeah, I put on with LBC. Over LBC. I put on with LBC. Over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Started with a vision, now we running the game. Charts glow, purple teal, yeah, you know the name. From the beach to the block, we controlling the tide. Every candle that we light, that's the wave we ride. I've been grinding through the night, while the city don't sleep. Putting LBC on maps, taking wins, stacking deep. From the charts to the streets, got the fam in the mix. Every move calculated, yeah, we playing with steel. I put over LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC, over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Crypto hustle late nights, yeah, we stay in the zone. Stacking knowledge, stacking bags, turning charts into gold. Market makers throw shade, but we glow through the rain. Every dip just a test, every loss turns to gain. Got the fam worldwide, but the roots run deep. From the med, I was grind to the LBC streets. This for every wave rider who believed in the dream. We gon' put it on the map, keep it real, reign supreme. Reign supreme, reign supreme, reign supreme. I put over LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC, over LBC. From the charts to the stage, man, you know who it be. It's that Lunar Beaches fam putting on endlessly.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto. We ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the dirt. Because Bitcoin is down. It is down on the day. We're breaking out of the bear flag. Breaking down out of the bear flag. We've been watching, steady watching for a while now. Bear flagging it out. Question is, David, how do you know to touch these highs and not these highs? Simple. I do what I want. Plain and simple. I do what I want. No rhyme or reason. I just do what I freaking want. No, but out of all seriousness, because this was just a corrective wave to the upside before further downside, so it's just an ABC, I guess, what this be, or potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably more likely if it is the fifth and final wave. However, this high actually got higher than these highs. So we would actually start our wave here. Yes. Anyways, what's going on, guys? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. I do greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. Go ahead, smash up the likes, all that good jazz. Let's go ahead and say good evening to everybody. Good evening, Wick's wife. Thank you for being here. 589. Are we ever getting to 589? We're not even trying. We're not even getting to $5.89 on XRP. I feel like altcoins are a scam, just to get more Bitcoin. I feel like that's what's going on here. We've got Mark Dutch in the house. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Got your clogs on. Thank you for being here. What's going on, Shep? What's up, Shep? Thank you for being here. Do greatly appreciate you. We've got Offset in the house. What's going on, fam? Oh, if it isn't Mr. Alex or Crypto himself. What's going on? Otter gang. How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well. Hope you and the family are doing absolutely amazing. One of these days, we've got I mean, my son's a little older, but, one of these days we got to get together and get some those the big Hot Wheels cars you were talking about. And we got to have our kids race each other. No souped up vehicles, okay? We're going to have regulations, all right? Money ain't going to win the race, okay? It's going to be pure talent. What's going on, bro? Thank you for being here. All right, back to the charts. Bitcoin, breaking it down. All right, so one thing that I don't like seeing here on the 4 hours, our money flow could not get above the zero line, and we're actually starting to push away from the zero line. Now, I have this level marked off here, potential spot for us to get back up to, maybe bounce off of the golden pocket of this range from low to high, maybe bounce off of the golden pocket, and then we'll have to see. There's a chance it does come up here and wick above here because we do have some relatively equal highs right here. So it'll be interesting to see if it does get up there. We also have a point of control up here and this fair value gap. But unless it comes in, comes down, and then bounces off this support here, it very well could be a fake out back into the range before it ultimately comes back and rolls over. So just be mindful of that. If we do get a move up, just understand that it could be a fake out. But right now, it's looking hella weak. Hella weak. Going into the end of the year, people's been buying presents. You got late shopping, late Christmas shopping. But we are coming down here to the value area low. That's pulled from this high, because that was the last swing high to the last swing low. Pull it over. There you go. So you saw we've been holding it up, but I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with this candle. If this can get a nice little push, then we might see an up Tuesday. Get above that. I believe this was this is my, what is this? Which VWAP? Is this 830? Oh no, this is session VWAP. Why? Go away. Here we go. All right, yeah. What's up, guys? Mike Volmer in the house. What's going on? Mike. How's it going, bro? Let's see. I'm putting an illegal battery in my 1000%. That's funny. An illegal battery. What does that even mean? I can only imagine all the triangles being drawn on charts right now. Probably something we're going to be cutting into candles and stuff just to get it. Just to get it. Get it. This might do some weird stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking too hot. It's not looking too hot. It's not the hottest crypto on earth. I was just gonna ask if you think that bear flag will retest. Yeah, I mean they typically do. Not always. Not always. Yeah, it's just it's nasty, man. It doesn't look good. Let's see if it'll get us if it breaks through here. I mean, we're breaking down right now, it looks like. Potentially. trying to find JR. What's going on, bro? How you doing? I don't see anything. Where's our orb? Let's go ahead and draw the orb. We'll do 15. Take a look at the 15 minute. Then we'll look at the 30 and see what that's talking about. 15. Didn't even get back to it before breaking down. Okay, we'll do 30. Why 30? Well, because we're trying to figure something out. JR and I are trying to figure something out, okay? Trying to figure out the best orb for Asia. Last night he talked about the 2-hour orb. I was just like, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe it works for like an intraday trade or something. I'm not sure. But clearly the 30-minute got played today. But the important thing to note is that you see that we're kind of playing off of that wick that was right here. Are you coming lower? So we're below VWAP. So below VWAP, money flow it's coming down. True 7 below the zero line as well. So that's my... Since it's a mixed bag, that's my indication to do nothing. Sit on my hands. Yeah, it's not for scalping. Yeah, I figured that out. David is the pattern pro. I started off with the patterns, and I know for one how to actually use them, and what to look for with them. And I am very picky about which ones I like to point out. Because a lot of them is just, I don't really care for. Now, bear flags in a bearish trend, I like. But you have to be in an overall bearish trend. And also, like I was saying last night, if I'm looking for patterns, it is on the 4-hour. And the 4-hour only. I'm not really looking for patterns on lower time frames. It's just specifically with crypto, just because of how volatile it is, and that volatility is why you get a crap ton of fake outs or failed patterns, especially on the lower time frames. But I can go through. I mean, I can look at altcoins. I started off pattern trading, of course, but I can look at altcoins. Where's my altcoins? Let's see. Let's take a look at Doge. Let's just pick some random time. Random time. Potential shift in market structure. And then you get a nice little bull flag. Bull flaggerton. What I really like is if I can connect lows and highs. I really like that. And it's not some discombobulated thing. I really like structure within my structures, if that makes sense. And then for this one, it's just a flagpole. Breakout. Measured move, and of course it plays out, goes a little bit further, but I mean it plays out. This one probably didn't play out, and this is why I started to be more conservative with measured moves on patterns, because if I was looking for the target here, it would have came up short. So I like to be a little bit more conservative on my patterns. Another one, though, is a lot of people don't know. Most people just know the flag poles, but you can actually do the opening of the pattern and use that as your measured move. And I really like it if it lines up with anything to the left. Anything to the left. So I'm looking for this high to get taken out, and so it goes up there. caps it, takes it out. And then you can look for a continuation. You got this high here, and pull this over. I mean, you break it, kind of sit around right on top of it. Well, not really right on top of it, but in the zone. And the thing is a lot of these levels, and that's why so many of us draw these things out, they're more of zones than anything. And you see, this doesn't even break that candle's low right here. Then you get a nice bullish break above, break a structure, last little push. And your money flow is green, so that kind of helps us out where we can see we're losing momentum, right? But our money flow is coming in. So that is something that we can ride up and just expect, as since this is falling, some exhaustion, and especially since it puts in a bear divergence. Everybody talks about, and rightfully so, bullish and bearish divergences for early signals. But that's for entries. A lot of the times people don't talk about how you want to look for those signals if you're already in a trade. So if you're in a trade and you're starting to pick up, like you're in a long, but you're starting to see some bearish divergences form, it's probably a good idea to get out. I'm getting a lot of nicknames. What? Oh, yeah, you'll have that in these communities, Shep. We all get nicknames, bro, and it's a sign of endearment. So that's what we do. We got 2Dub. We got Jay Rizzle. I call Kelly Kells every now and then. We got Rashad in the house. What's going on, Rashad? How you doing, bro? There's no fake outs. LBC knows. What's going on, Harp? How you doing, man? Mark, should I be offended? If Mark said it, you probably should. We kid. We got One Love, LBC OG in the house. Shep. Wait, who gave you a nickname? What'd you say? London 1 hour for confirmation or reversal of Asia's move. Dutchy Hammock. If Alex O Crypto was here and he was seeing me draw patterns on the chart, he'd be like, please stop. You know what's great about this, though? Look at this. This is beautiful. Draw that across. And what happens? Let's see. We see exhaustion. Evidenced by big loss in momentum. But it starts to lose it. But as it's on its way up, then you bottom out here. Then you come up. You fail to break out. And then you break down. Then you break this level that was once support or resistance. You were unable to turn it into support. And instead, you backtest it once and then twice and then roll over. Personally, I probably would have already been in a trade here. Stop loss above the high. Above the high of this level. And then write it down to the downside. And everything's lining up with our oscillators. We've got money flow down. We've got momentum down. True 7 down. If you've got market cipher, it's essentially the same thing, I bet. I can pull up the fake. You should probably get the real deal. I just don't personally need it, but we can see money flow coming out. We've got momentum coming down, stochastics down, RSI down, all pointing down, VWAP, flip 0 line, and that's all within this range here. So that's your early signal. Come up. You top out on your momentum as you're coming into resistance. And then that's it. Shows over, roll over. So that's a nice, that would have been a nice little short there. That's on the 4 hour too. So I'm not bitter, JR. Y'all funny. Still love you, Shep. What up, peeps? What up, Dusty? How you doing, bro? That's so brilliant, David. What is? Did I say something brilliant? Or is this fake brilliance? All right, so that's Dogecoin. Yep. Look at this. Look at this. Come on now. What if? Now, why did I go and put that on here? No, I was just wondering, like, 'cause I saw this. I mean, decent consolidation, but the main thing was I saw the curvature here, and I was wondering if it could possibly do the same here. It's almost the same type of curvature with real tight candles in here. A little bit more volatile lately. This was pre Robin Hood, I think. But yeah, I was just curious. This is by no means an actual like forecast or anything. But yeah, I don't see Doge going to $17. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna struggle getting to $1. Man, just looking at these patterns, I'm on the daily, and here's the thing, okay, and this might help you out if you're wanting to learn Elliott wave theory and patterns. You can actually the divs for TP. Oh, I thought that might have been what you were talking about, but thanks. All right, let's pull this. I'm going to draw out this bear flag here. Maybe, if it'll let me. How was everybody's Monday? Mine was interesting. We won't go into any details, but it was interesting. Basically got a promotion. So that's cool. Would you just... I'm turning this friggin' magnet off. I mean, imagine. Just imagine. You want to know something that you can do to kind of help you see where we really are? Get off the log chart. Get off the log chart. This is where we really are. Now we do clearly have this little base down here, and it looks like that's exactly where it's going to. Get off the log chart. Speaking of log chart, let's look at Bitcoin on the linear. Look at last cycle looks so small compared to this cycle. And everybody's like, worst bull run ever. Anybody notice anything? What is this pattern? Dang, I was hoping to offend someone. I am useless. Wait, what? I hope no one's getting offended about anything. Promotions are good. Yeah, they are. Promotions are good. French Canadian is about the worst combo. That's funny. Wait, we had a bull run? I mean, we had a pretty nice bull run, bro. Yeah, a pretty nice bull run. But, I mean, that's just not how people look at it. 3-wave or something? I don't know. Yeah, 3 drives. I mean, it's in the patterns thing. I don't ever use this, but I don't even know. I can't even see it. Wait. How do you use this thing? I've never actually used it. I just know of its existence. Okay, that wasn't it. Maybe? I don't know. Cannot read that. 0.59, 0.41. I have no idea what that means. Like I said, never use that tool. But I mean, what a bull run. Makes all these other bull runs look tiny. When you put it in on linear. What bull run? I don't know. Maybe this one. Solana. Oof. Maybe linear chart's not the best thing to look at. Log. Look at the difference. Even that really doesn't look good. Solana is just... This is the weirdest... That's the weirdest looking... I don't even know what to call it. Like, is this consolidation or just... Actually, you know what this looks like? Referral. Let me see if I can find it. I think so. A little bit. Here we go. Here's a good one. Copy. Paste. Oh, look at that. Wow. Wow. Almost. This is more of a 3 drives. There's another one. Yeah, this one. I think this is more accurate. It's going to be all blurry. So you have your buyer's climax, automatic rally, secondary test, your sign of weakness, your up thrust, your pull down, your pullback down right here, your gradual push up, and then your breakdown. Yeah, Solana looks like it might be in whacking off distribution. $95 sold. Minimum. Should we do bear flags all the way around? It's going to be so funny if these bear flags get invalidated. I don't think they are, but we'll see. I don't think they're going to be invalidated, but we'll see. The thing is I don't see any strength under the hood. That's the problem. Like, even the indicators are like, this is a sketch, bro. Pull a fib from low to high. 786 right there. Interesting. I mean, right in between the 786. But I mean, the measured move does come to this little consolidation range right here. Whoop. $786 sits at $69.34. Oh man, yeah, it's a. Here's the problem too. You know, I was trying my best to make the argument that this was just one giant wave 4, which it still could be. I mean, this could be one giant wave 4 before it push higher. It would just be a really weird wave 4. But wave 4s are the biggest, typically the biggest and longest lasting of the waves. However, there's a chance this was a completed 5 wave. The only thing is that one of my personal rules that I've developed was I like to see wave 3 break the swing high to the left of it. Not these internal range highs. The swing high. Because if you're playing it off of the waves, like, so you got your crashing structure here. And so this is going to be the start of that structure. And you led into that. I wish I had all the history here, but I don't. But you led into that, then you get your crashing structure, and then you move 5 waves to the upside. But I usually like that third wave to break that swing level. Well, if it is indeed the bear market, like it probably is, perfect time to do some analysis on that. Because it's not really a hard rule that I've seen on any like any Elliott wave theory documentation that I've read. I don't believe I've seen like wave 3 has to break these highs. It's just something that I've kind of like picked up. But I mean, if it's probably something I should look into just to get be more clear on it. Congratulations on your promotion. Thank you, Gear. How'd you know, Gear? Thank you. Ooh, now I want apple pie. Are you talking about because someone said movie and I saw apple pie. American Pie? What a crazy movie. These waves lifts the fog of war. Outta gang. Now, this is what I want to be. This is what I want to be looking for. So I want to see tomorrow. I mean, it looks like Sol already swept its internal low here. But with Bitcoin in particular, I was on way too high of a time frame on Solana. But anyway, I want to see if we can sweep this low. Where's it weekly? Actually, yeah. That low. I want to see if we can sweep that and close above that. That low. Which is 83,814. See if we can sweep that low. It's seeing an indecisive candle like this, but it's got kind of a big body in the middle of a move. Typically, that's consolidation before a further move down. We're going to look to the 4-hour. Can't really see the consolidation, but it's essentially this little range right here. Go further down. I was actually on BC's live this morning. And I said, Bart Simpson? Is that you? That was when it was 6 in the morning, so about right here. I said, Bart Simpson, is that you? Sure enough, he showed up. That was very bad Bart Simpson hair. Whatever. Are we trying to get a push now? We'll see. Thing is, I mean, money flow, even on the 15 is red, so I don't care. I just don't care. You can try and push to the upside all you want, but even on the 5-minute, nothing. Why am I on this color is what I want to know. But right on the 5-minute, money flow down. Momentum down. True 7 down. Now if all these popped up and we came up, we broke this high and then pulled back to now if everything is still above the 0 line on the pullback, then I would consider a long. But right now, this price is ugly, man. So I don't know that we're going to get. I think the Asia trades are better when. Let's look at it. I think the Asia trade. I think the Asia trades are better when New York consolidates and doesn't move hardly. That's what I was getting at. But if New York moves, you tend to see stagnation during Asia, and then you get the move during London. You'll be watching this little range right here because we got this wick right here, right there at that little box. So I'd look for that to be some form of resistance at 87,442. If it is to give us a pop, I'd be, if I was awake, and we'll see if it does it before I fall asleep, I'd be looking for either that break above that high if we are to maintain and hold this low. Outside of that, I'd be looking for a break of that low and then push higher, even if it's just a tiny break. But I would want to see, especially at least on the 15, I'd want to see the 15-minute close above that low. So it looks like it's trying to get a little push here. How many? We got 3 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. So it might have already bottomed, and that's another thing. It's an internal low. We swept this internal low. If that can get a close above and bullishly engulf this candle, that's a signal too. The problem, again, though, is still this. It doesn't mean it can't push up. Of course, it's just that the underlying data is showing bearishness. And that could be, I mean, if you want to take the risk and take the trade, but by all means, I mean, it hits some nice rules. I mean, we're sweeping a low and we're getting a bounce, and it's looking solid. I would still probably wait until we get above VWAP, okay? But if it closes here on the 15, well, we'll drop down to the 3 and see what it looks like from there. If we can get above that VWAP and get a back test, and we get a nice little wick bounce with a bullish engulfing. Again, we already got a bullish engulfing here on the 3 minutes, so that's our first signal. 3 minutes also showing momentum pushing to the upside. True 7 pushing to the upside. Money flow still green. If this can start moving to the upside as well, as this comes up here and then gets a short-term pull back to VWAP, if it does something like that, I might just go ahead and take the long. First TPE will just simple. I want to make sure I get some profit. It's going to be this high. I want to break that. I want to take TP at that high. Then I want to get my fixed range volume profile. I want to take this little consolidation range in here, and I want to put my point of control right there, and then I'll use that. Probably best to go ahead and hit the bottom side of that value area. It's not a guarantee that you always get to that point of control. Then from there, we can add fibs for further confluence. We can go from high to low. So we're actually sitting at the 382 right here at this consolidation range, and right there at that point of control. So I would actually forget about the value area low on that, and I will use the point of control as my target on that one. I'll actually use the 382 since it does come before the point of control. It's usually a good rule of thumb to try and front run your targets, and kind of a little bit your entries too. Kind of front run them a little bit, because there's you don't know if it'll stop short or not, and it's almost better to just make sure you can get out of the trade if it's there, if it hits your target. But I always want to try and go a little bit before my actual target, especially if it's already right here. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it. I know they say scared money don't make no money, but I think I can, if I'm getting in here and I'm holding it to here, I don't know. I think that's pretty good. It's level to level. Boom. Boom. I mean, 1.41? Or can we bring it up to a 2? Below this low. And that's a 1.113% reward to a 0.55% risk. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. And then from there, we'll just look for 50% retracement, and then golden pocket, maybe even the 0.66 to clear the highs here. But I always like to do the level before. So and then on your shorter time frames, I mean we're on 3 minutes, so we're literally looking for something. And that 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I mean, if it was a go exactly like this for the next however long, I got a feeling that even if it does break above here, that it might kind of chill out and do some craziness, build up some liquidity. Because the thing about Asia is it's a very low liquidity session. So you get a lot of chop and you get a lot of stop hunting because the market is just trying to balance itself, but it's trying to find liquidity since there's not a lot of volume during Asia. So where's the liquidity sitting? It's sitting at highs and lows. So that's, I mean, that goes without saying almost. But Asia particularly is pretty known for its sweeps and reversals because it's just low liquidity. So you get more up and down choppiness than anything. Now you can get trends during Asia, particularly during the Asia kill zone, which is from the Asia Open to it's the first 4-hour candle of Asia. So 7 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. That is where you get most of your moves during Asia. And then it'll typically will chill out until London from there. You just got to think of it, it's kind of like the New York session. You know, it's that first little bit, market's open, it makes its move, and then it just does whatever. It's not often that we get just continued trends throughout a day. They do often stall. Up or down, they do often stall. Asia tends to consolidate. Yeah, exactly. Go all in, no stop loss. Don't do that. Not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. But yeah, to your point, was that Kelly, I think? Asia's low liquidity? What about all the Asia money? Most people around the globe trade the U.S. stock market. So, if they're trading the U.S. stock market, they don't really have the money to trade during other sessions because all their money is locked up, first of all, in dollars. Dollars are everywhere. So, but the world trades on dollars. It's the reserve currency. When does the dollar trade the most between assets? Get traded for assets. Vice versa. Assets get traded for the dollar. New York Exchange. But Friday, I mean, consolidation. I mean, this is weekend, so that's pretty. Then your Sunday, you tend to get a move on Sundays. So I've figured that out. I've noticed Friday and Saturday is usually nothing. You get some weird stuff like this. We talked about this last Thursday. I won't go into what it is, but yep. So, I mean, nice little move down and then a nice move up. Could have made 2 trades on that one. ABC. 1, 2, 3. Hey, a rare trend day. Oh, and what day was it? FOMC day. Who expected volatility on FOMC day? I mean, it's later in the day. Of course, it's actually technically Thursday by the time Asia opens, but it's following the FOMC. So we expect to see some movement. We can expect it. It's not a guaranteed. But, I mean, this is mostly consolidation. Nice little down move here. Could have played that. Nice little trend move there. That's Sunday again. Open to the upside. Monday to the downside. Asia, consolidation. Weekend, consolidation. Go figure. It's the weekend. Even less liquidity. Consolidation. Push down. I mean, nice little trend here. Internal trend. You get the point, though. Nice trend here. Is this a... No, that's a Tuesday. Got the club going up. On a Tuesday. Say, what do you say? Nothing? Why does everything look like it's dying? Yeah, take it off the log. Live peer token. Dead. Hold on. Let's put it on log. Let's make it look like it's somewhat alive. Off a log. Oof. Arrow. This one hasn't had enough time. But I mean, it's the same thing. Injective. Beep, beep, beep. It's all dead. Let's say we're like here. Let's just pull that. And let's do this. This is fantasy is what this is. This is art. This is fantastical. Unless it gets to a level. E&J to $84. Starting from $4.91. $4.91. You're right. You're right. Mr. Balloon Hands over here. You're right. Like, even if it was the bottom from here, I mean, the 16x, you're right. 20x, you wish. OMG LBC is saying long everything. Load your bags. I am not saying that at all. Live peer is minor stuff. Yeah, someone, I think it was Harp. Harp said something about live peer. Harp was the only one that gave me. This is so March 24, bro. Are you being a smart aleck? I'm confused. People put bacon in everything these days? Yes. Trash like DGB? Live peer? Probably. I don't really mess with any altcoins anymore. To be honest. None of them, like, I hear about these things. I'm just like, I mean, that sounds fine, but I'll trade it. I just can't put my money in something that's just let it sit there. Now look at XRP. I mean, think about how long you had to wait just to get to here. David, that's me, entered crypto, buying XRP. Where is it? My very first purchase of crypto, of XRP, was right here. And then within 2 weeks, I lost a lot of money. Well, unrealized. Because this was an SEC lawsuit against Ripple. So I bought on this day, December 4th, 2020. And then from there, I saw my money lose 70% in value within 2 weeks. And then I held on to it because I was like, I ain't about to sell this. But at the same time, it's like, oh my God, what happened? What's going on? I want to say, yep. Yeah. I want to say that somewhere in here, maybe it was a Friday the 11th? No. Might have been in here. I mean, I think it was in here. Was it there or it wasn't there? I remember this. I found it. Lunar Beaches Crypto was created. The idea behind Lunar Beaches Crypto happened actually on this day. January 31st, 2021. This is where the idea of Lunar Beaches Crypto came from. This is when I joined a Discord group that was hyping up how amazing something was going to be. I'd have to look into it. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, we are going to the friggin' moon. And then the next day, it got moving. I remember where I was. I was at work. I remember what client's house I was at and everything. And it started popping. And then it started to crash. I was just like, well, what's going on? I don't understand. We were going to the moon. We were talking about partying on the beaches of the moon. And then somewhere here was when I first is when I created Lunar Beaches Crypto. Somewhere in, I want to say I'm pretty sure it was in March. Yeah, it was in March of 2021 is when I created Lunar Beaches Crypto. And it started off as just Lunar Beaches Crypto, the Facebook group. I saw some friends talking about Doge or something and talking about crypto on the timeline, and I decided, hey, instead of like trying to text everybody separately or do all this or that, whatever it was, I was like, I'm just going to create a group. I've been doing all this research and all this stuff, freaking 3 months into it, and I'm sitting here like, I'm a genius. Not really, but I was like, I know more than my friends. Yeah, I wasn't lying on that. I knew more than my friends because a lot of them didn't care. They were just like, ooh, number go up. Oh, we got the stimulus money. Let's throw it into Shiba Inu. Let's throw it into Doge. All that good stuff. Dang it, we can't get a break, Harp. You have clients, LBC? At my job? Whiskey is like firewater to me. Man, that's one thing I kind of miss about drinking was tasting different whiskeys. I used to love tasting different whiskeys. Especially some nice single barrel bourbon. You have friends? No, I don't. All right, not IRL. Time travel time. Yep, time to travel back in time. Whiskey makes my eyes water. They can do that, depending on the brand. If I was to recommend a couple of them, I did work at a liquor store, so I developed quite a palate. And I worked there for 4 or 5 years. Really loved Four Roses single barrel. That one was really good. My personal all-time favorite that I would drink straight at 130 something proof was it only came out once a year, and we got very limited amount of it. But it was, everybody knows about Stag, but not a lot of people know about Stag Junior. Now that Stag Junior single barrel, what was great about it is they would send the liquor store samples from like 6 or 8 different barrels, and we got to taste every single one of them, and then we all voted on which one we all really liked, and the one that got the most votes, that's the barrel that we would get. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was Buffalo Trace. The Stag that one was different. Stag was just once a year. We got we got like 2 cases, 3 cases, and the case was like 6 bottles. 6 750s. I forget what those are called. I think it was just 750. A fifth. 6 fifths. Yeah. Those are really good. Those are my favorites. That they were like $60 a bottle. They were pretty hefty. It was once a year though, so I went ahead and got them. But the Buffalo Trace single barrel was really good too, especially because we got to pick it. Anyways, enough reminiscing on former bad habits. I'll be 5 years sober in February, so got that going for me at least. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. You guys have been amazing in the chat. I don't drink anymore, but I don't drink any less. That's funny, Shep. I'm gonna come up with something. I'm just trying to think, like, what rhymes with Shep? And the only thing that keeps coming to my mind is prep. And I'm like, nah. Shep with the prep. He's prep. He's prepped for the trades. He's prepped for the market. Shep taking steps with the preps. He got a pep and a step. I already said step. Shep with the pep and a step. That's all I got. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I do greatly appreciate you. I think I went over a good bit of stuff tonight. I hope you got something from tonight's stream. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Breaking down the charts Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Lunar Beaches Crypto. And if that's something that you enjoy, come join me. Come join the Wave Gang. Wave Riders, thank you all for being here. I will see you all in the chats. Hopefully tomorrow's work day won't be as a doozy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys. I hope you all have an amazing Tuesday. And I hope you have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Good night. Ride the waves. Bye.
Yeah. It's the LBC boys riding in the storm again. Moon guys above us. Wave rider beside us. Welcome to the trenches, partner. Let's ride. Came up from the dust, no trust in the system. Fed playing God while they printing and twisting. Now we stacking sets, got a mission, not wishing. LBC the crew in the cold, we enlisting. Got the block in my vein, yeah. DeFi my brain, yeah. Every deal's just a setup for the next big gain. Outlaws in the legend, Red Bulls off chain. Got them Wall Street suits for the crypto pain. We in the crypto trenches, I ain't no surrender. Wave riders riding through the bear and the blender. Fears dying slow, yeah, the world gon' remember. When the moon guys rise, we the ones to defend them. We the ones to defend them. Digital dust trail, riding on those, ain't no banks. When we break these codes, smart contracts, outlaws reload, freedom on the chain, that's the new road. They said we dream too loud, we said bet. Now our wallets got truth they ain't seen yet. We breaking that chain with a keyboard set, and every way we ride, they drowning dead. From the ATL blocks to the Texas plain, we trade in silence, but we move with flame. Moonlight glows on the rebels' aim. LBC forever, remember the name. Crypto trenches, no fear, no limit. Wave riders in the cold, yeah, we living in it. Bull run a bloodbath, we still committed. LBC the storm, and the world gon' witness.
I put on with LBC. I put on with LBC. Yeah, I put on with LBC. On with LBC. I put on with LBC. On with LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Started with a vision, now we running the game. Charts glow, purple teal, yeah, you know the name. From the beach to the block, we controlling the tide. Every candle that we light, that's the way we ride. I've been grinding through the night, while the city don't sleep. Putting LBC on maps, taking wins, stacking deep. From the charts to the streets, got the fam in the mix. Every move calculated, yeah, we playing with steel. I put on for LBC, on for LBC. I put on for LBC, on for LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Crypto hustle late nights, yeah, we stay in the zone. Stacking knowledge, stacking bags, turning charts into gold. Market makers throw shade, but we glow through the rain. Every dip just a test, every loss turns to gain. Got the fam worldwide, but the roots run deep. From the med, I was grind to the LBC streets. This for every wave rider who believed in the dream. We gon' put it on the map, keep it real, reign supreme. Reign supreme, reign supreme, reign supreme. I put on for LBC, on for LBC.